Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's Offie Boy here, and today we're going to be watching some My Story animated because I was bored and then I remembered they existed. I think they were trendy a couple years back, but I don't know, I was just interested in what they were doing now. So, let's get straight into it, I suppose. This first one's called I Am Worth Millions because I Can Read Minds.
Hi, my name is Emily, and I'm from New Jersey. I was born to loving parents just 3 years after my older sister Ava. The whole family celebrated my birth, and Ava and I were inseparable. She always had me glued to her, and we did everything together. But as I got older, our parents realized something was wrong with me.
The music in this video just got very scary, and I'm not entirely sure why. I feel like I'm about to get jump scared, like I'm playing Five Nights at Freddy's or something, you know? It just feels a bit weird, feels a bit out of place.
I couldn't hear them. I only reacted if they spoke really loudly or really close to me. They rushed me to the doctor, and we found out that I had a problem in my ears that made me nearly 70% deaf.
I get being 70% deaf is a really big deal, it'd be life-changing, but I doubt you were rushed to the hospital immediately, right? Like, you know, your parents aren't sure if you're deaf or if you're just ignoring them, surely. So I'd just assume that you'd be taken there, like, not in a hurry, you know, lethargically taken to the doctors.
A surgery would fix this issue, but I had to be much older to go through it safely. So I grew up deaf, in a world full of sound. While Ava enjoyed music, laughter, and went to school like everyone else, my parents decided to homeschool me with an army of special tutors.
Those are the scariest tutors I've ever seen in my life, man. Why are they all grayed out with just flags that say what they teach? It's freaky. I'm scared. This is scarier than any horror movie I've seen in a while. So far, this video has been scary to me more than it has been like tragic, which I feel like it's supposed to be trying to show, because it's got the scary music playing earlier when she wasn't sure if she was deaf or not, and there's these freaky tutors. Their parents look like dolls. It's freaky, man.
There's schools for kids just like her. Yes, but she's our special girl, and we want to give her all our attention. Ava had a life I dreamed of every day. She got to have heaps of friends, while I was too scared to talk to the kids in my neighborhood. I once got jealous watching Ava dance to music. My parents went out of their way to make me feel better. They bragged about me all the time. Emily is beautiful, and she's a genius. She did her speech therapy in record time. Mom, I topped my entire grade. Look at my report card. That's nice, dear. Emily can lip read too, you know.
So what I'm gonna guess is gonna happen is that Emily's gonna mind read that Ava's feeling left out, because obviously no one else can tell in this animated video, and she's gonna go, "Oh man, I'm really sorry." That's got to be the only way, because I haven't seen anything to do with mind reading so far. I'm feeling a bit baited.
When I reached the 7th grade, I was finally ready to get my surgery, and all my parents could do was worry about it. Even I was a little scared, but Ava couldn't care less. She was a school topper and a cheerleader now. She was also best friends with the richest girl in town, Kat. Her dad was so powerful, he employed half the adults here.
This is another scary thing to me. He employed half the adults in town, and they all look the exact goddamn same. Is this town experimenting with genetic cloning?
Ava spent all her time lounging in Kat's huge pool house, even though Kat was the worst. She was super mean and controlling. She even gave her friends strict guidelines on how to dress. One time, Ava wore the wrong shoes with an evening dress, and her friends ditched her. Kat is a moron. You shouldn't be friends with her. Mind your own business, turd. I still hoped that Ava and I would be normal sisters after my surgery, but the day I went to the hospital, she didn't even show up. I went into the hospital with my heart burning with anger. If Ava didn't care about me, then I didn't care about her anymore.
Anyway, so I'm sure you're very invested in trying to watch the relationship between these two sisters and their parents, and if things get resolved. But you know, if you want to watch the entire video, you can look it in the description. You can check it out in the description. But I really can't be asked to watch through this. I want to get to the bit where she reads minds. So I'm just gonna do us all a favor, and I'm gonna skip through it until I find the mind reading part. Oh wait, there was no mind reading part. And I'm very sad. I really wanted to see her read minds. Though, I think she kind of does. Like they try and pass it off like she can lip read, but that's completely different from mind reading.
But one day, I saw two of our teachers talking and I couldn't help but stare. They were talking about giving us a surprise test tomorrow. Well, it wouldn't be fair if I just prepared alone, right? So I told everyone in my class what was gonna happen. Marina looked really surprised. But how did you know? I can lip read just a little bit. I used to be deaf. Wow, really? A literal crowd jumped on me all of a sudden. People had a million questions about my life. Everyone wanted to play the lip reading game. They would mouth dumb things at me and I had to guess. Banana. Olive juice? No, I love you. Aw, you're just saying la 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 la. The whole class was rolling in laughter. I had no idea I was so fun.
No, I've never played the lip reading game, and I've never tried to lip read, so I'm not sure if it is actually the most fun thing that could happen in a, what was it, a high school. But I severely doubt that every single person in your class was laughing, rolling on the ground laughing because of your amazing lip reading skills. It's not mind reading. I'm really disappointed, guys. So yeah, I can't bear to watch this. Alright, so this next video is called My Whole Life is a Lie. Oh no, I hope it's more honest than the last one. I'm still really salty about that, man. I really wanted to know how she could mind read.
Hi, my name is Tara, and I'm from India. Please like and subscribe. I was raised in a small village by my amazing single mom, who was a farmer. We didn't have a lot, but we were really happy. She was my best friend.
So my guess on how her whole life is going to be a lie is that she wasn't actually in a farm. She was in a zoo, and she was the main attraction. I don't know why. That seems like a funny lie to me.
When I was 14, I'd taken my cows out for grazing in the fields when suddenly I saw a bird drop to the ground. I ran to it and saw that it was hurt. As I tried dressing its wound, two strange girls came running up to me. Hey, cow dung, that bird is my prey, so back off. Yeah, do what my boss said. You hit this poor creature? Pick on someone your own size, witch. Okay, you asked for it. And with that, she jumped on me and we broke into a fight.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I watched that fight scene and I thought it was more entertaining than about half the animes that I've watched, and I've only watched 7, so that's how you know it's good. I think what really seals the deal for me is the cow in the background. It's awesome.
I kicked her in her stomach, and as she howled in pain, I ran to my cow and went back home. Soon after I got there, I realized the two had followed me. They started complaining to Mom that I'd beat them up. She started it. Oh, you horrible girl. I think you burst my appendix. Yeah, Auntie, I saw how your daughter kicked my boss. Wait, I'll show you. She took some steps back and ran straight to the mean girl, kicking her hard in the stomach. Ow, you moron. Boss, I'm sorry. So sorry.
And that comedy was about on par with an anime as well. I wonder if the writers just watched like 100 episodes of anime or something and then just were like, let's write a script, and this is what they ended up with. And you know what? It's good. It's good. I rate it. It's way more entertaining than the last one.
A few days later, when I got back from school, I was surprised to see a big car outside our house. I stepped in to find a wealthy-looking man talking to Mom. The doctors think it's safe for Tara to move back to the city now. I can never thank you enough for taking care of my child. Wait, what? What do you mean? Oh, Tara, how lovely and grown up you are. Who are you? And what's going on? Mom? And what she said next turned my world upside down. He's your real dad, Tara. And your real mom died soon after you were born. You had some mysterious disease, and the doctor said you had to be raised in the village till your teens. So your dad left you with me, and now he's here to take you.
So obviously this is the whole her life was a lie thing. That's where the title comes from. And yeah, I'd say that's pretty fair. Having, learning your mum isn't your real mum, and instead it's this square-chinned weird beard. Shut up, man. He's gross. He grosses me out. Don't even know why.
Big blow to me. I had to leave, and I did with a heavy heart. But my dad seemed really nice, and I felt myself warming up to him. He dropped another bombshell on me, though. Apparently, I had a sister too. Her name was Rita, and she was a year older than me.
So I'd like to ask you a question. We've been introduced to two teenage girls in this story that were from the city, and now she's moving to the city. So obviously it's going to be one of them. Now the real question is, who do you think it is? Do you think it's the girl who was like the boss and nasty, or do you think it was her henchman? If you've watched any of these stories, you should know.
Arrived at my new home in the city, which was a huge mansion. As Dad led me inside, he told a servant to go get my sister, and when she walked in, I nearly had a stroke. It was one of the girls I'd met in the village, the mean girl's minion.
Oh my God, what a twist. So from this point on, they do some talent show or something, and obviously like suddenly our main character is more popular than the popular girl and her minion because she keeps it real and she's nicer than them. But there was actually another twist which I thought was pretty interesting. Here, let me no, just a reminder that if you actually are interested in this video, which I'll be honest, I thought it was pretty entertaining. It was shit, but it was entertaining. If you're interested, once again, links are in the description, of course. Feel free to check them out if you've got fucking nothing to do with your life, just like me.
And he wasn't there, but I found his laptop open with an email from his lawyer that left me shook. The will left by Tara's mother cannot be changed. She is the sole heiress of all her mother's wealth, and you, as the stepfather, get nothing. We will have to find some other way to get a hold of that orphan's money. Wait, Dad was my stepdad? My mother had left me money, and he was trying to take it?
I'm not saying it's got writing on par with an Adam Sandler movie, the best movies, but I am saying it was. I just thought it was good for an animated movie. I mean, a animated story on YouTube. Fucking, I don't know. I thought it was cool. But then there's a second twist.
But as I was leaving, I heard police sirens, and there were cops at the door to arrest Dad for theft and fraud. You called the police, Tara? No, I did.
Anyway, that's going to do it for this video because I can't really watch any more of these. I don't think I'm going to ever come back to these videos again, at least not for another couple of years because they are quite terrible. But you know what? They are still entertaining a little bit. Like, there's so many other things I'd rather watch, but if I was forced to watch them, I think I could survive, you know. I can't even say that my whole life was a lie. It was even that bad. It had twists and turns, and it was well better written than any of the Avatar films. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.